Long ago in the beautiful kingdom of Hyrule, surrounded by mountains and forests, legends told of an omnipotent and omniscient golden power that resided in a hidden land. Many people aggressively sought to enter the hidden golden land, but no one ever returned. One day, evil power began to flow from the Golden Land. So the king commanded 7 wise men to seal the gate to the land of the golden power. That seal should have remained for all time. But when these events were obscured by the mist of time and became legend, a mysterious wizard known as Aghanim came to Hyrule to release the seal. He eliminated the good king of Hyrule. Through evil magic, he began to make descendants of the 7 wise men vanish, one after another. And the time of destiny for Princess Zelda is drawing near. And that's our story. So what's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome to the very first Zelda game I ever played, and one of my favorite games of all time, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. This game holds a very near and dear place in my heart, so I'm super excited. What do you say? We just jump right into it. Help me. Please, help me. I am a prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda. The wizard Aghanim has done something to the other missing girls. Now only I remain. Aghanim has seized control of the castle and is now trying to open the 7 wise men's seal. I am in the dungeon of the castle. Please, help me. Well, that was weird. Link, I'm going out for a while. I'll be back by morning. Don't leave the house. But Uncle, I just got a telepathic message from Zelda. I can't sit here and do nothing. Aw, man, he didn't listen to us. Well, I guess it's up to us then. So before we leave, let's open up this chest and get ourselves our first item, the lamp. And with this, we can see our way in darkness and light different torches. Very, very useful. If you missed that lamp, don't worry, you can actually get another one later on. But since we already have it, that chest that would contain the second lamp is actually going to contain rupees. Anyways, Princess Zelda herself said she is prisoner in her own dungeon, so clearly nothing good is happening at Hyrule Castle. Let's talk to this guard. Hey, you're not allowed in the castle, son. Go home and get some sleep. Well, I guess we've done everything we can. No, I'm just joking. We gotta sneak our way inside Hyrule Castle now. And here's the thing. If you don't know what to do, or don't know where to go at this point in the game, just hang tight, because you will get a second message from Princess Zelda telling you what to do. A lot of people skip over this just because, you know, it's fairly obvious as to where you should go, or, you know, you've probably played this game a million times by now, but I kind of want to show this off anyway, so we're going to hang tight and wait for this message to appear. While we're waiting, though, I should probably mention that, yeah, I'm playing the Super Nintendo version of this game, and not the Game Boy Advance port, and I'll talk more about the differences a little bit later on. Help me! I am in the dungeon of the castle. I know there is a hidden path from outside of the castle to the garden inside. Right, so that's basically telling us there's a way to get inside to the courtyard garden of Hyrule Castle. And the way inside is simple, just lift up this bush, and now we can fall down this hole. So, here we go, man. We're infiltrating Hyrule Castle. And oh no, it's our uncle. Oh, Link, I didn't want you involved in this. I told you not to leave the house. Take my sword and shield and listen. You can focus power in the blade. Hold the B button. then release it to use the secret technique handed down by our people. Link, you can do it. Save the princess. Zelda is your... Zelda's my what? Come on, dude. You can't just leave me hanging like that. No! Ah, Ego Raptor references. So, yeah, we got our sword and our shield, and now the duty is up to us to save the princess. Sadly, yeah, our uncle has sort of passed away, and I know it's kind of weird that the game just sort of leaves him there, but, yeah, he's dead now, so not really much we can do. Anyways, if we open up this chest, we can get ourselves 5 rupees. Now, if you did not get the lamp from your house, that chest actually would contain the lamp. Since we already got it, though, yeah, we got the 5 rupees instead. And now, here we are in the garden courtyard of the castle. And oh my gosh, like, just playing this again is so nostalgic for me because I have so many fond memories of playing this game, and funnily enough, like, the very first time I played this game, it wasn't even on my own copy. Like, I've told this story a million times before, but you know what? I'm gonna tell it again because now at least it's more fitting. So this was the first Zelda game that I ever played, but up until I played it, I had not played a Zelda game prior, and the only reason I played this game is because it was actually my friend's copy. He didn't know what to do in one part of the game, so he actually just let me borrow the game for a little bit, and I remember playing it that night, and just figuring out the solution to the puzzle, and then going to complete, like, the next temple afterwards, and from that moment on, I was, like, pretty much hooked, because I had to give the game back, like, the day after that, but I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go and buy this game. Anyways, inside that chest, we got ourselves the map, so... yeah, even though this is Hyrule Castle, you can technically consider this, like, the first real dungeon of the game. Like, there's a map, there's a new item that we're gonna get, etc., etc., so I guess it could technically be considered the first dungeon, but a lot of people, myself included, don't really consider this to be the first dungeon of the game. Anyways, though, back to what I was saying before, so... the funny thing is, every time I play Link to the Past, right, I have this thought of, what if my friend never got stuck on that puzzle, and what if he never let me borrow the game, because I honestly think that I wouldn't have gotten hooked on The Legend of Zelda if it wasn't for that particular moment as a child. Like, I had heard of the series before then, I just, like, never really checked it out or thought it would be something that I would have actually liked. I mean, maybe years later I would have picked it up on my own, but who really knows? And it's crazy to think that if that didn't happen, I might not even be here on YouTube because my entire channel, you know, is dedicated to The Legend of Zelda content, and if I never played as a kid, I probably wouldn't be, like, making that content on this channel or even on YouTube, so that to me just, like, blows my mind. That one little thing changed, like, my entire life if you really do think about it, and that's one of the reasons why I love this game so much. Anyway, so let's open up this chest and get ourselves our next item, the boomerang, and that is the wrong menu, my bad, guys. Let's just go and equip that real quick. So, of course, with the boomerang, we can use it to grab items from far away and stun enemies, which is really, really helpful in this game due to the way the sort of sword combat actually works. Because, here's the thing, if you're going toe-to-toe with another sword-wielding enemy, if you hit their sword, you're just going to clank and do no damage. You actually need to sort of approach them from the side and slash at their armor. Having the boomerang makes that a lot easier because, yeah, you can just, like, stun them in place and then attack them from any angle you actually want to. Now, there is another enemy in this room, and he's towards the right side. He uses a ball and chain, so I'm actually going to cheese this fight a little bit because the ball and chain is very deadly, but more deadly than the ball and chain are the pots. So, if we just chuck another pot at his face, yeah, he goes down with just, 2 chucks of the pots, which is pretty nice. And now we have the big key, which is essentially the boss key for this game. Before we talk to Zelda, though, let's open up this chest and get ourselves 5 more rupees! Thank you, Link. I had a feeling you were getting close. Link, listen carefully. The wizard is magically controlling all the soldiers in the castle. I fear the worst for my father. The wizard is an inhuman fiend with strong magical powers. Do you understand? Yeah, I got it. I'm good. Alright, let's get out of here before the wizard notices. I know a secret path, but first... we have to go to the first floor. Let's go! Okay, everyone be on your best behavior. We're in the company of royalty, so that's right. We need to escort Princess Zelda all the way back to, like, the main room of Hyrule Castle. Really not going to be that big of a deal, but full disclosure, there is a lot of backtracking in this game, so get used to it. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. Normally I do complain about, like, a lot of backtracking, but, it's not so bad in this game. Maybe I am looking at this game with like rose-colored glasses though, just because it is one of my favorite games of all time, but hey, you know, I'll try and be as unbiased as I possibly can. There are a couple of shortcuts you can take by using the upper pathway because, you know, we couldn't actually get up here since that staircase only exists in that area, and now we can just jump down here and skip past, like, all those other enemies. And thankfully the guards are really, really dumb, so it's pretty easy to sneak right past them. While we're making our way back, though, I guess I can talk about some of the reasons why I chose the SNES version over the GBA version. So, first and foremost, I think graphically and sound-wise, the SNES version just looks a lot nicer than the GBA version. Like, the colors on the GBA version have always seemed washed out to me. I mean, it could be nostalgia because, like, this is the first version I ever played. So, I mean, for me personally, I think it just looks and sounds a lot better. There is a secret passage in the throne room that leads to the sanctuary. I'm sure the old man there will help us. Alright, so let's go to the throne room and try and make our way towards the sanctuary. Like, I'm sure if you've played sort of A Link Between Worlds, or, you know, even know just a little bit about A Link to the Past, this entire segment is pretty familiar to you because it is very iconic. That ornamental shelf should open. Do you have a light? It's pitch dark inside and you can't see without one. If you're ready, let's go. Help me push it from the left. Yeah, sorry about, like, the odd sentence structure, I guess, or how I'm reading the text, because obviously this game sort of splits up its sentences very oddly. Like, I guess that was something they still didn't, like, understand back when they were making games in the SNES era, so it might sound kind of weird when I'm reading certain things just because of how the words are sort of broken up, so I do apologize in advance. Anyways, keep forgetting, you cannot break pots with your sword in this game. And, yeah, your lamp does require magic to use as well, which I think is another change between this version and the GBA version. Like, the lamp still uses magic in the GBA version, but if I'm not mistaken, the Game Boy version actually gives you full magic at the start of the game, so you don't need to worry about finding it while you're down here in the tunnels, which isn't really a big deal because magic is all over the place down here, so it's pretty easy to come by, but I'll still do my best to conserve magic for now, and only light stuff when I absolutely need to. The lighting on the lamp itself is actually different on the GBA version too, and you'll see when we sort of go back to like pitch darkness, you have those two rings around Link, right? So yeah, like, there's two different shades, the super bright ring, you know, closer to Link, and then the outer ring, which is slightly more dim. On the GBA version, you still have that super bright ring, but the outer ring is just sort of like a bunch of dots instead of like a solid shade. So, I don't know, I just prefer the way that it looks on the Super Nintendo version. There's also a lot of like weird dialogue changes on the GBA version. Like, I think they sort of simplified all the text of the game to, you know, make it appeal more to younger kids and make it easier for them to understand. But call me old-fashioned, I like the SNES version more, so that's sort of why I chose it. After passing through these sewers, we will be very close to the sanctuary. Let's be careful. Alright, you got it, princess. Although I am curious, to those of you guys who have played both the Super Nintendo version and the Game Boy Advance port, which version do you guys think is the better of the two? Because, honestly, I don't really think the Zelda community as a whole really cares too much because, I mean, at heart, both games are exactly the same. There's just minor differences between the two. But, yeah, I would actually like to know what the general consensus of my viewers are as to what version they think is the better of the two ports. So let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, though, in this room, you might notice that there are some bombable walls, so yeah, we will be coming back here when we get bombs. And actually, if you look at, like, our UI, like, next to the life and our items and magic, you can see that there's icons for rupees, bombs, arrows, and keys. So, yeah, bombs and arrows are pretty much common knowledge that we will be getting those a little bit later on. But for now, let's keep making our way towards the sanctuary. Sanctuary is just beyond that door. Pull the switch over there. Oh, well, that's really descriptive. There are two switches. Which one should I pull? Well, it's actually pretty simple, guys, because the right is always right. So let's head over here to the right switch. You have to pull the lever to open the door. Press the A button and hold down on the control pad. Alright, so let's just pull the right switch, and that will unlock the way. If we pull the left switch, I'm pretty sure just more enemies fall from the sky, so don't do that. And here we are, inside the sanctuary. We made it! Princess Zelda, you are safe! Is this your doing, Link? Yes, it was Link who helped me escape from the dungeon. When I was captive, the wizard said, once I have finished with you, the final one, the seal of the wise men will open. Link, you must not let the land of Hyrule fall into the wizard's clutches. If he releases the seal of the 7 wise men, evil power will overwhelm this land. Before that happens, before it's too late, destroy the wizard before he destroys all of Hyrule. You can do it. You can. I sense that a mighty evil force guides the wizard's actions and augments his magical power. The only weapon potent enough to defeat the wizard is the legendary Master Sword. It is said that the village elder is a descendant of one of the 7 wise men. Maybe he can tell you more. I will mark his house on your map, but watch your every move. I am certain that the castle soldiers will be looking for you now. I will hide Princess Zelda here. Do not worry. Seek the elder. Do you understand? I got it. Alright, but before we go and seek the elder, I kind of want to open this chest, so just get out of the way here, and bam, there we go, got ourselves another heart container. So now, we have 4 hearts, and our adventure is just beginning, but I think I'm going to end things off here. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.